Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Nastasia Arensai.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Financial Mail Top Analyst Awards for 2023. This event is sponsored by IRESS and the JSE. And to those of you who are joining us online, a special warm welcome. As you heard the announcement, my name is Nastasia Arensai, and I'm going to be your host for this evening's proceedings. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to mention that the Financial Mail Ranking the Analyst supplement will be made available on the 2nd of June, 2023. That will be on a Thursday. So here's a reason why we're all here. These awards have grown to be an esteemed industry event where we all can gather and basically afford our industry peers the opportunity to rank the top talent in the market. And let's face it, I mean, it can be quite difficult. The markets are quite difficult, and a lot has shown us, especially in industry events, or some events that have actually taken place. For instance, 2020 was the pandemic, and then followed by that, we had the social unrest locally, as well as the KZN floods. And there's a lot of uncertainty out there, depending on who in the room you speak to. So today is about focusing on the positives, and just to mention that to all the finalists, another congratulations, and I suppose well done to you as well. It is through your dedicated efforts that we are continuing to see this industry thrive. So thank you for your commitment in making sure that South African capital markets do stay strong. Just some housekeeping rules, as mentioned in the announcement a little bit earlier. If you can have your phone on silent, this is a live recorded event, so we want to make sure that we have as little disturbances as possible. If you are looking for the restrooms, or you want to take a bit of a break, the restrooms are behind you. But when it comes to that break, I would obviously like you to stick around and get to see the finalists, and also get to see the winners as well. So without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment who is going to be delivering the welcome address to all of you is the editor of the Financial Mail, and he's no stranger to all of us in the room. Mr. Rob Rose, over to you.
Hi guys, thanks so much for coming out today. It's wonderful to see so many people here at the JSE for the first time in years. It's great to do it here. Financial Mail has been doing this for a large part of our history. We started in 1959 with the oldest business publication in the country, and almost at this point the only ones left. So we're glad that we're still here. And for a large part of it, I think we've been doing these awards, and that's partly because our it's part of our DNA. Our values align pretty much with what these awards mean. It improves price transparency in the market. It improves, I think, our wider economy. And so that's why we love to be part of it. And we'll keep doing it as long as we can. And yeah, so thanks so much to everyone for being here. I was looking at the old Financial Mail booklets, with the Ranking the Analyst booklets. And they were these, it's a reflection of, I suppose, where both our industries were at the time. It was these massive documents, glossy and thousands of pages and that sort of thing. And I think it's the fact that, we had massive printing budgets, and, we basically flew jets between our floors in the media industry. And I think you guys are pretty much the same. There was just thousands of analysts. So I'd like to believe that it's because we're, in the Darwinian terms, we're the fittest people left. So I suppose that's what this award is a barometer of tonight. The fittest guys left in your industry, and based on my interactions, I can say you all are the smartest guys in the room. So what's certain is that some of the smartest guys around in the country won't be winning awards tonight, but the rest of you will. And it's wonderful to see you here. And please speak to us. Tell us how we can make these better. And thanks very much to our partners, IRESS, to the JSE for hosting us today, and for Intellidex for doing the research. There aren't many people who you trust to do research of this quality without messing it up, but Intellidex definitely is one of them. So thanks very much to everyone for coming, and please drink the JSE out of their house here, and good luck to everyone. Thanks.
Rob, before you walk off stage, just to check, 47th annual award. So this is 47, right? Am I correct? Is my maths working?
Sounds entirely reasonable.
Okay.
I mean, don't trust the journalist.
Okay, cool, that's fine. But he's not wrong when he says that you guys are the smartest in the room, because when it comes to Excel, most of you probably know it much, much better than the average journalist, myself included. I probably think I'm using it at 2% capacity. I don't know, Rob, are you higher than 2%? I don't know. I feel like other people are so much better at Excel. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your contributions in the industry. And Rob said it as well, you are one of the smartest people in the room, so thank you so much for your contribution. So the next speaker for tonight, before we get really into those awards, I'd like to welcome to the stage the head of client solutions and the regional head for IRESS South Africa, and that is Sean Nicholson. Sean, thank you so much. Please come on stage.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Mail Top Analyst Awards. I'd like to start off with one or two quick thank yous. First, to the Financial Mail, to Rob and team, along with Stuart and the team at Intellidex for putting this platform together to recognize the analysts that play such a key role in South African financial markets. Thank you, guys. It's an awesome event, and 47 years, congratulations. That's a long period. Second thank you is to our co-sponsors at the JSE. I think it's been 6 years that we've co-sponsored the event together. Thank you for hosting us here this afternoon, and awesome opportunity to hang out and spend a bit of time with you guys as well. And last but not least, a massive thank you to all the analysts. We wouldn't be here without you guys. And again, thank you for the significant role that you play in financial markets South Africa. As IRESS, we are fortunate to count the majority of the analysts as clients in our market data business, and that's specifically on our market data terminals, where they leverage both our data and insights to perform better every day. This, along with the data feed offering, closes out our market data offering in South Africa. IRESS plays a fairly broad role in financial services in SA. So along with our market data offerings, we service the trading segment, and that by way of a combination of solutions within the institutional stockbroking space, as well as the more traditional stockbroking and retail online space. Investment management is also a key part of our business, where our portfolio management software services the big private wealth players, as long as the likes of discretionary fund managers and asset managers, where we help those businesses and their clients perform better every day. Last but not least is the advice space, where our end-to-end practice management capability services the IFA market, as well as being fortunate to count the majority of the bigger enterprise advice players as clients of ours. We're undergoing an exciting growth journey as IRESS South Africa, where we're looking to be able to respond to opportunities in a more accelerated manner by way of increased autonomy. And we'd love to have conversations with you where we believe, as your technology partner of choice, we can help you unlock towards your strategic direction. If there are any of those conversations that you'd like to have, please come and chat to me or to any one of the IRESS team here this evening. And last but not least, a massive thank you again to the analyst community, and all the best for the awards this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Sean. And the next speaker, who's also going to be giving us a warm welcome, is Langa Mangele. He is the head of equity and equity derivatives for capital markets at the JSE. Just a little bit of a background about him. He joined the JSE as manager of equities and equity derivatives in 2017 and was promoted to the head of equities and derivatives in 2020. Langa, please join us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming through to be with us here. The previous speakers have already kind of raised the temperature and increased tension a bit, so let's try and just relax. I'm sure that there are big expectations. So I thought that what I should say, I got a formal speech from the marketing team here at the JSE, impeccable. So you could have that version, you could have the other version, but knowing the average IQ, I thought I will tell you just something that might surprise some of you. Those who might read Charles Dickens, he wrote a book called Nicholas Nickleby. And in that book, he speaks about a joint stock company called United Metropolitan Muffin Crumpet Baking and Punctual Delivery Company. That the directors of this company were pitching it. And one director claimed that the very name of the company is going to lift the share to a premium. And the others said, indeed, we have secured all the returns up front because we have agreed with the government that there will be no private trading of muffins in this area, and we will make it compulsory for all citizens to trade muffin only with us. So they had a business plan and they pitched it to the investors. I think the point really of the story that Charles was really making there, other than the fact of gullible investors, unscrupulous managers, and corrupt politicians who had passed the bill to outlaw this, I think was really making the story of analysts, those who open the books of the companies, look deep in it, look at the drivers of performance and returns, and help the gullible investor out there to have a better insight on the story. So we are here to celebrate that kind of intellect and that kind of rigorous work and sweat and tears behind each and every one of here. So as a JSE, we are really pleased to partner with yourselves, to partner with IRESS, to partner with the Financial Mail in delivering this event to you. So please relax, sit back. The upside here is that the drinks are on the house. Let's have fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Langa. And he did say it, we're going to be raising the temperature. It's going to get higher and higher, especially as those winners get announced throughout the evening. So thank you once again for that welcome. So now we're going to be hearing from the chairman of Intellidex, and he's going to be joining us virtually. And he's going to be explaining the methodology and the research process behind the awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stuart Theobald, who is the chairman of Intellidex.
Good afternoon, everybody. Really good to see you virtually, and I'm sorry to not be there in the room with you in the JSE. I have spent many good times there, and especially on the JSE's drinks tab. So much to regret to not being with you in person, but I do have some colleagues there in the room, and if you do have any questions about our role, then please corner them after the results have been announced. But I thought I'd share a couple of observations about the numbers and the process this year for your interest. To start off with just some key numbers, we think the awards are by far the most comprehensive assessment of the analyst community and research in the market. This year, we had 30 sell-side firms submitting nominations. That means that they submit the name of their analyst and those go into the form that we submit to asset managers. So there's a few more than we had last year on that front. But I think what was really great this year is we had much more participation from the buy side in the vote. So we had 50 firms filling out the survey, giving us their views and voting for analysts. So that was up a big margin from 35 last year. And we continue to work hard to increase that number. Every year we ask the sell side for a list of clients, and we do our best to make sure that the most important clients in the market are participating in the research. As with last year, there were 40 research categories assessed. Most of those are equities categories and a significant number of non-equities. There are also 6 non-research categories. So those are for dealing, sales, corporate access, and so on, where we ask clients to rank firms. And there they rank firms as a whole, not just individual analysts. And we also, again, for the 4th time, have an award for the top small black broker as well. To give you a sense of how many analysts were participating, we had a total of 380 analysts and teams nominated by the 30 sell-side firms. Those can be multiple analysts for multiple categories. So 380 nominations might mean fewer real people. And on top of those nominated, we also had 50 names that were entered into the open fields of the questionnaire by buy-side firms. So every year we have a debate with the sell side about nominations. Some firms opt not to submit nominations to us, and we encourage asset managers to add in the names of any analysts they want to vote for if we haven't pre-populated the forms with those names. And this year there were 50 such examples. There were 430 nominees that got at least one vote in the survey, so roughly the same as last year. And those were from 50 different firms, slightly more than last year. Now, the numbers that might get your minds thinking about the results is that we had 12 firms that had at least one analyst rank first in one of the 40 categories. And this year, the firm with the most number one rankings dominated in 16 categories compared to 14. But there has certainly been change among those categories with 12 new number ones out of the 40 categories. So there has been some definite movement. Of course, the overall award for research is the main award that will be announced today. Just to explain how that works, it's really a consolidated score from all 40 research categories, and it uses the team votes for each category. So I think a lot of people miss that the questionnaire has two distinct answers. One is give us ratings for firms in each category, and then the other is give us ratings for individuals. The overall team is based on the firm ranking. So even if individuals are not pre-populated into the survey, we still get feedback from the asset managers on the firms that they would like to vote for, and those are pre-populated. We pre-populate all of the firms active in the market in that area. The equities components of those 40 are weighted 70%, and non-equities is 30%. The 23 equity categories are then weighted by the Swiss market cap of the companies in each of those categories. And the 17 non-equities categories are weighted by the buy-side feedback. So we ask the buy-side to tell us how much they value each of the non-equities categories, and that attribution ends up deciding the weighting. We have made a change this year to the methodology after some discussion with the market, where we had previously had separate weightings on the asset managers for equities and non-equities. We split the non-equities further into fixed income and derivatives. So what's separated out now is weightings for asset managers who are heavy users of derivatives, compared to those who are heavy users of fixed income and those who are heavy users of equities. So that's a change this year, and it means that there is more attribution on the derivatives categories for those respondents who are heavy users, and more attribution for those who are users of fixed income and equities and so on. So we think it becomes much more calibrated to where the revenue opportunity is for the sell side, so it's more material of the actual economic drivers. In terms of the sectors among equity and non-equity sectors, these were some of the changes. Industrial metals took a much higher weighting this year. There was more in beverages and tobacco, gold mining, fixed interest, and credit analysis. On the other side, the weighting declines. Luxury goods, general retailers, ESG, telecoms, and economic analysis saw declines in the contribution to the overall score for research. So it left the five biggest sectors in 2023 were banks, media, and mining. You can see that that maxes out at the 10% cap we have in place for any of the categories. For the Top Small Black Broker Award, these recognize firms that meet three criteria: at least 50% Black owned, at least a level 2 BE ranking, and top line revenue of less than 100 million. So this is very much focused on developing the industry and supporting transformation. We had a universe of 9 firms that were eligible, 2 fewer than we had last year. Just a note on the Young Analyst Award. Unfortunately, you're not going to be hearing a winner of the Young Analyst Award this year. The judges opted not to make an award. That was really because we had too few entries, and the judges felt that those we received were not comparable and there wasn't a fair way to recognize a winner. Now, we're going to redouble our efforts. I think the Young Analyst Award is really important. We're trying to drive development in the industry, and we really want to reintroduce it and announce awards next year. So a special request to please your younger members of your team, make sure that they are working towards submitting entries for next year. We aim to make an award in both equity and non-equity categories. So keep that in mind, and let's aim to have a raft of submissions for next year's award. I just wanted to give you one bit of information out of the questionnaire. The questionnaire asks, of course, around research categories and for ratings, but we also ask other industry trends, and one we've been tracking for a while is views from the market on corporate access. And you can see here how asset managers feel about remunerating for corporate access, and more than 2/3 basically think it should be covered by brokerage. Another quarter think should be provided at no cost, and there are more of them than there were last year. And there are consistently a handful that think it shouldn't be provided at all. Sadly, few who think it should be remunerated separately with its own specific fees. So it continues to be the case as corporate access, I think, grows in importance in the market, that clients really think it should be part of the bundle of core services rather than something that is provided separately. Just some words of thanks from my side on the Intellidex team. It takes a lot of work to put this together, a lot of late nights. So thanks to Colin Anthony, who's the editor and manager of the survey. Heidi, who's there in the room, is the survey manager. Everton, I think also with you, is the data analyst who does an awful lot of number crunching to finalize the results. Twala, who was supporting as a research analyst. I also want to say big thanks to Financial Mail, to Rob. We work closely with the Financial Mail in ensuring the methodology stays current, and it's a great pleasure to work with the team at the FM, including the events team with Peter and Melissa. Les at editorial works with our team to put together the publication that hits the streets on Thursday. Colleen Wilson running the layout there, and Chris Stock, who's responsible for the advertising. And thanks, of course, to the sponsors, to IRESS and the JSE for their support in making this all happen. There's our email address, analysts@Intellidex, hopefully easy to remember. We really do value your feedback. We're constantly looking to improve and make it more relevant. We will at some point be soliciting feedback. We'll send around some emails. And then, of course, the commercial message from our side is that we do provide detailed reports for the firms. The top 6 analysts in each category are published, but we, in the detailed reports, provide an overview of the performance of all of your analysts and a whole lot more, including those insights from the general market feedback we get from the industry that I think is important strategically for firms in the market to understand. So thanks very much for being with us once again, and I hope you have a great evening, and good luck to all of the participants.
Thank you once again to Stuart, that is the chairman of Intellidex. And as he mentioned, just to reiterate, we would like to encourage the firms to please identify your up-and-coming investment professionals who stand out in terms of the quality of their research. And the CFA Society, just to mention, has been promoting the development of young analysts through the Young Analyst Award, at least for the past 8 years. And we want to continue in this way going forward. We do accept categories. All sell-side research in addition to equity such as fixed interest, economics and quantitative strategies. And in 2024, as Stuart mentioned, we will again combine the equity and non-equity submissions into one category. That being said, it's time to move on to the moment we've all been waiting for, that is the category winners. But before we do that, we're going to hear a message from one of our sponsors.
Better. It's something we all strive for, at least to be better than we were yesterday. Whether that's better at staying healthy, managing our time, helping others, learning, problem solving, and even relaxing. At IRESS, we've always been determined to find a better way. It's been our aim since we began. When we saw a better way for brokers to trade the market, a better way for professionals to deliver advice to their clients, a better way for lenders to help home buyers, a better way for super funds to help their members. From people like this guy, to these guys, and her, and him, and them, and now them. In fact, all of us. In Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa, Asia, and the UK. We've supported the biggest and brightest names in financial services, helping them transform and win, and will continue to aim for better, no matter what shape that takes. Because it's what we do, it's who we are, and it's what we believe in. Technology that helps people perform better every day.
We're going to get the show on the road. So this is how it's going to work. So the events are going to be split into part 1 and part 2. So we're going to be kicking off part 1 of the awards. And just to mention, so once your name is called and you are the winner, you will come onto stage, you'll receive your award, and then we'll have a little bit of a picture moment. And then you'll walk off the stage. And just to mention, and I know I'm going to mention it a little bit later on in the show, but I'm going to bring it up now. At the end of the program, all the winners, if you could just remain behind for a group picture moment, that will be really great. And I know the photographers around the room are going to be very happy with me if I make that announcement right from the beginning. So, because you heard from the two gentlemen who helped set the tone for the events, I'd like to welcome them on the stage to help me present the awards, because we're all about teamwork. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Rob Rose from the Financial Mail, and of course, Sean Nicholson from IRESS. All right, so Sean, unfortunately, it's just me and you. Is Rob here? He is here. There we go. Well, is he? He's thinking about it. All right. So we are going to be kicking off with the first category, and that is gold mining. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be looking at the finalists, which we are going to be presenting on screen for you to have a look. And the finalists are. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the finalists for the gold mining category. And we are now going to be getting the winner. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Hammond from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Also, just just to mention, I think the one thing about this industry is that we are all geographically dispersed. So you will find that there'll be some finalists, especially some winners who are not in the room with us. For those who are not in the room with us and where we may not necessarily have a representative from that particular firm, we will be receiving the award on their behalf, and then we'll make a way to get the award to them. And obviously there are winners, or rather finalists, where we do have representatives from the different companies, and you've seen in the case of Standard Bank SBG Securities. So let's move on to the next category. The next category is platinum and precious metals. And your finalists in this category, let's have a look. They will be on screen. There you go. Those are the finalists for this particular category. Do you want to know who the winner is? The winner is Christopher Nicholson from RMB Morgan Stanley. Christopher, if you can stay for your picture moment. Fantastic. Yeah, let's give him another round of applause. That's fantastic, right? Okay, so let's get into the next category. This one is general mining, and on your screen shortly you will see the finalists. Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen, in the general mining category, and the winner for this one is the 2023 winner. Tim Clark and Tabang Tlaku from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Okay, so far we are starting it on a very, very good note. I'm very, very happy, and congratulations to the winners in those categories. Let's move on to the next category, that is oil and gas and chemicals. And on your screen, will see the finalists. Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to know who the winner is? Let's see if you can get it right. The winner for this category, oil and gas and chemicals, is Gerard Engelbrecht from Absa CIB. The picture moment. Sean, I feel like this teamwork is doing really well. You okay? I think you can stay for the rest of the show, hey? So let's move on to the next category, and that is forestry and paper. We'll have a look at the finalists. Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen, for forestry and paper. And the winner in this category is James Twyman from Prescient Securities. I feel like no, I think you need to come back on stage. Let's do it properly. Come on. Yeah. There we go. He was collecting that on behalf of James, but we felt that he needed to do that picture moment justice, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next category. Then this one is industrial metals, and the finalists will be on your screen. So those are the finalists for industrial metals. And the winner. I see big smiles, people wondering. It's Tabang Tlaku and Tim Clark from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Well done. All right, we'll have the picture moment. Okay, so we are going to continue with the next category. This one is resources, small and medium market cap companies. Let's have a look and see who our finalists are. So those are our finalists, ladies and gentlemen, for that particular category. And the winner is Tim Clark, Tabang Tlaku, Adrian Hammond, and the team at Standard Bank SBG Securities. Team at Standard Bank SBG Securities really having a good night so far, but the night's not over just yet. We still have a few more categories, a few more finalists and winners to announce. So let's see how the evening goes. Let's go to the next category, ladies and gentlemen. This one is construction, building materials and machinery. And those are the finalists for this particular category. And the winner, it's not who you think. Just in case you were like, I know who's going to take this one. The winner for this category is Rowan Guller from Chronix Research. All right, so I'm not sure if he's in the room, but we will set his award to the side and we'll catch up with him a little bit later on. But congratulations to Rowan for that particular category. Let's move on to the next category. This one is going to be looking at the banks, and the finalists for this category are okay, so those are the finalists, and the winner is Charles Russell and Abonga Mbovo from Standard Bank. They are from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Okay, congratulations. Standard Bank really brought out the team. Standard Bank SBG Securities, congratulations once again. So let's look at the general financial category. And these are the finalists. When you think you know, then you don't know. The winner for this category is Warwick Bam and Sabina Omar from AVO Capital Markets. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. I do know that they are not here with us, but and also we do not have a representative. But again, we are going to be having the awards sent to them. So congratulations to that duo, Warwick Bam and Sabina Omar from AVO Capital Markets. Let's have a look at the next category that will pop up on screen shortly. This is insurance. And the finalists for the insurance category are, there they are. And the winner is Michael Christelis, who is from UBS South Africa. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on, there we go. And again, in this particular category, I do know that they are not with us in the room. It would have been great to have them here, and we will get the award to them. So let's move on to the next category, which is beverages and tobacco. And on your screen, you will see the finalists for this category. Those are the finalists, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner here is Ray William from Standard Bank SBG Securities. So let's move on to the next category. This one is looking at the food producers, and we will see the finalists on screen shortly. Those are your finalists for food producers. And the winner is Sunil Siraj from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Standard Bank having a good night so far, like I mentioned a little earlier on. So let's get into the next category. This one looks at healthcare providers and pharmaceuticals. And the finalists for this category are... Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. And we're about to see the winner shortly. And that winner is Dr. Anuja Joshi, Standard Bank SBG Securities. Yes, go in for the hugs. Congratulations. Congratulations there to Dr. Anuja Joshi, Standard Bank SBG Security. So let's get into the next category. This one is luxury goods. And on your screen, again, you will see the finalists. So those are your finalists for this category. And the winner is... I want to keep you whole. Wait, let's see. Let me not wait too long. Ray Williams, Standard Bank SBG Securities. I think I'm going to find the finalists who walk away from their picture moment. You think I should do that, right? Ray, the representative, I don't know, hey? I saw what you did there. But nonetheless, we're having a good time, so I am absolutely happy. Congratulations to your team. Let's look at the next category. This one is general retailers, and we are going to see the finalists. General retailers, those are your finalists, and the winner is Sean Holmes from RMB Morgan Stanley. And the next category, ladies and gentlemen, is household goods retailers. And you will see the finalists on your screen. Those are your finalists. And the winner for this particular category is Yaish Patel, who's from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Again, he ran away. I did say I'm going to find people who run away on stage. But thank you to the representatives who are coming onto stage to collect the awards. And just to mention again, at the end, please don't run away. We want to have that group picture of all the winners. So it'd be really great if you stay behind just a little bit longer. Let's look at the next category. The next category is hotels, travel, and leisure. The finalists for this category... Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is Ian Doyle and Jamie Pegg from RMB Morgan Stanley. We are now going to be moving on to the next category, which looks at diversified industrials. And the finalists for this category are diversified industrials. Those are your finalists. And the winner is, I hear whispers, It's James Twyman from Prescient Securities. I know we've got a representative. Okay, so the next category looks at investment companies. And we are this particular category. Those are the finalists. And the winner here is Ray Wim from Standard Bank SPG Securities. The next category is computing and electronics. The finalists for this category will be on your screen. And the winner here, and I know the winner's not here, and that is Ernest Kaplan from Kaplan Equity Analysts. Let's give Ernest a round of applause. Congratulations to him. Oh, we do? There we are. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's get into the next category. The next category looks at media. And those are the finalists for this particular category. And the winner is Kevin Mattison from AVO Capital Markets. Congratulations to you, Kevin, and we will see if we can get the award to him. Once again, congratulations to Avio Capital Markets. Let's move on to the next category. This one is looking at telecommunications, and your finalists are so those are your finalists for this particular category, and the winner here is Neil Fenter and Jono Bradley from Absa CIB. I'm starting to get a feel of the crowd. So RMB Morgan Stanley team, Standard Bank SPG Securities. I'm kind of getting a sense of who's who in the room, so that's pretty great. So let's move on to the next category. This one is financial and industrial, small and medium market cap companies. Those are the finalists for this category. And the winner here is Anthony Clark from at Small Talk Daily Research. Let's give Anthony a round of applause. Anthony is not in the room with us. However, we will get the award to him. Let's move on to the next category. This one is the real estate category, and we're going to see the finalists. So these are the finalists for the real estate category, and the winner is Francois Dutoy, Yesh Pillay, Luando Gubendombi, and Craig Smith from Anchor Stockbrokers. Congratulations. And he has to take all 4 awards. Congratulations. Let's move on to the next category, which is international non-equities. And the finalists for this category are those are the finalists on your screen. And the winner is Jibran Qureshi Mulalo Madula, Falsio Musa, and team at Standard Bank SPG Securities. so we're going to get into the next category. This one is international equities, and on your screen shortly, you are going to be having a look at the finalists. Those are your finalists, and the winner is Ian Doyle and Jamie Pegg from RMB Morgan Stanley. Congratulations to all the finalists thus far. It's been absolutely fantastic. And Sean, I think this teamwork really worked well. So I'm going to relieve you for now, but don't run away. Thank you so much to Sean for helping me hand out the awards for the categories that we have had so far for part one. But before we move on to the next set of awards, ladies, let's hear from one of our other headline sponsors. And this one is the JSE.
South Africa, one of the world's fastest growing and most diverse emerging markets. With world-class infrastructure, sophisticated financial services and a progressive constitution, it's a gateway to African markets and the ideal investment destination for global investors. For over 135 years, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange has been a pillar of the South African economy, delivering an uninterrupted trading, clearing and settlement environment. Through our multifaceted business model, the JSE trades multiple asset classes and offers core issuer and investor services from listings to benchmarks and settlement. Operating in such a diverse economy gives JSE clients access to a broad range of issuers across industries through multiple asset classes. We have created an environment that enhances sustainability and disclosure, maintains the highest governance standards, and offers innovative products that allow investors and issuers to act on their sustainability needs. As a leading global exchange, we co-create, unlock value, and make real connections happen. JSE, let's connect.
So we've been having a good night so far, so let's see how the rest of the evening goes. We are now going to be moving on to part two, and I just want to mention Rob Rose is on an editorial deadline, and because we all are so eager to read the next supplement of the Financial Mail and all his other columns and articles, we are going to let him go. And I do know that the Financial Mail will be represented by Lyndon Barons, who's the MD for Commercial and Strategy at Arena Holdings. If we have Lyndon on stage, please join us next to Langa. There we go. So the two gentlemen here are going to be helping me give out the awards for part two. Langa Manglele, who you've heard from a little bit earlier on. So let's move on to part two of the categories. And this one is going to be looking at commodities. The finalists for this one, those are the names on your screen. And the winner here is Tabang Tlaku, Tim Clark, Adrian Hammond, and the team. And you've guessed it, Standard Bank SBG Securities. So, let's move on to the next category. This one is innovative research. Those are the categories. And the winners here are Navigare Labs of Navigare Securities. There we go. And I do understand for this one here, the winner isn't with us in the room, and as well as the representative. And again, we are going to get the award over to them. So congratulations to the team on that side. So this one looks at economic analysis, but from a domestic side. This is the category, and the finalists will be on your screen. There we go. Those are the finalists, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is Alna Mulman from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Just a little bit of choreography, I love it. Okay, they had their picture moment. So this category is similar, but it looks at economic analysis from an international side, and the finalists will be on your screen. And the winner here is Mary Curtis, Andrea Messia, and Ian Doyle from RMB Morgan Stanley. Congratulations to the team at RMB Morgan Stanley. So let's look at the next category. This one is investment strategy. And the finalists are those are your finalists for investment strategy. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Curtis from RMB Morgan Stanley. At this point, you can kind of anticipate who you think the winner is, and you kind of think that they're going to be around here, so they can be like, is it mine? Is it mine? Is it not? But let's see. All right, so we are going to be moving on to the next category. This one is political analysis. And the finalists for this one are... The winner here in this category is Simon Fremantle from Standard Bank SBG Securities. Thank you so much. And again, the representatives, it's fantastic having you here in the room representing your team members. It's actually really great to see. So let's move on to the next category. This one is quantitative analysis. And the finalists on your screen are... Those are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is Josiah Rudolph from Anchor Stockbrokers. Okay, so the next category that we're going to be moving on to is risk management. And the finalists for this category are... There they are, ladies and gentlemen. The winner here is Amelin Flint, Florence Chirukene, and Luke van Skyke from Parasix. Awesome. So let us move on to the next category, and this one is technical analysis. And you will see the finalists on your screen. And the winner for this particular category is Trisha Lunenberg from Perisec. Congratulations. We now move on to the category that looks at environmental, social, and governance. This one is ESG. And the finalists are, those are the finalists for this particular category. And the winner is Wasim Tokan and Rob Worthington Smith from Perisec. Wasim has the very shy smile. Congratulations. Thank you so much to Wasim for coming on stage to collect that award. So we're going to be looking at the next category, and this one is credit analysis. So the finalists for this particular category will be on your screen, and they're the names, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner here is Robin McLennan, Stefan Creel, and Letitia Noonan from Standard Bank SPG Securities. The next category looks at derivatives. And we are now going to be looking at the finalists for this one. That's the finalists. Okay, the winner here is Amelin Flint, Florence Chirikene, and Luke van Skyke from Perisec. So it's coming along nicely. I think the winners, the finalists, everybody's having a good time. So that's really, really great. So let's move on to fixed interest rate securities. And we will shortly have a look at the finalists. So the winner here is Mike Keenan and Nicholas Garamont from ABSA CIB. So congratulations to all the winners that we've had so far. So what that means is that we have just 8 awards left, and we are now getting closer and closer to the creme de la creme of our top analysts. And we already have Langa as well as Lyndon on stage with us. But I want to welcome, we'll bring back Sean. And he is going to be helping us hand over the certificates for this particular category, also because he did such a fantastic job in part 1, and he's suiting up, getting ready to take the stage. There we are. Welcome back, Sean. Great. So let's move on without much further ado. Let's get into the next category. This one looks at overall BEE firm. And the finalists on your screen, those are the finalists, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner here is Anchor Stockbrokers. This category looks at the top firms, but in the category of administration efficiency. And we are going to be looking at the finalists. So the winner in this category, top firms for administration efficiency, is Standard Bank SBG Securities. So this one is the top firms for corporate access. And the finalists are let's see if we can have that once again. Let's see. Right, so we're going to be looking at the top firms for execution derivatives. The finalists in that category are, there they are on your screen, and the winner is Perisec. Let's look at the next category. This looks at the top firms for execution when it comes to equities. Those are the finalists, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner for this particular category is RMB Morgan Stanley. Congratulations. Let's look at the top firms for execution, but in this one, it's fixed income securities. And the finalists are. And the winner for this particular category is ABSA CIB. Okay, now we're going to get into the top sales teams. And we're going to be looking at the finalists for this category. And the winner here is RMB Morgan Stanley. So I know you guys are having a good time because you're collecting awards and it's kind of great to see all the representatives, but I want to check on the gentleman here. Are you guys having a good time on stage? Okay, great. All right, so we are now getting closer and closer to the final award of the evening. And this one here is overall research firms. The finalists are going to be on your screen, and I kind of wish I could hold it more so you could guess who you think the winner is. But I'm going to take you out of your misery. And the winner here is Standard Bank SBG Securities. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Come on. I think all of you, let's go, right? Come, let's go. It's a whole office. Good luck to the photographers. photographers. I don't know how you're going to do it. They brought the entire office with. Let's see, this works. Okay. This is great. So that was fantastic, and well done to the photographers. I think that one was a bit of a tricky one, right? And you kind of got it. But that's the thing, we want them to really appreciate this award, and it's really, really great. So again, congratulations to all the winners. Now, photographers, remember I said this one was a tricky one. So now you know that we have all those finalists and the representatives in the different categories. So I don't know how you're going to do it, and I wish you the best of luck in terms of how you're going to get all the winners onto stage. But I trust that you can get it done. But thank you so much to my co-MCs and hosts. Weren't they great? They did a fantastic job helping me host. Sean Langa, as well as Lyndon Barnes from Arena Holdings. Thank you so much. All right, so we've come to the end of the show. Congratulations again to all the winners. And I do want to mention that a digital copy of the Financial Mail ranking the analyst will be emailed to you after the announcement today. And of course, you're going to get the supplement, which is going to be available in the Financial Mail on Thursday. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the winners, please remain behind for that photograph. And that is it from me. Please stay behind, have a drink, interact. And as Langa said, the tab is on the JSE tonight. So have yourself a good time. Thank you.